It's the show tonight. I can't believe it. There's like 10 minutes to get ready. I need to find Belle. Let's get a shift on. Oh crap, we need a brew. Don't run with brews. Babe, what are you doing? We've got the show.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? 2 minutes.
Come on, what are you doing?
I said 2 minutes. You can't perfect this in less.
Right, come on, babe, we're late. Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Cooking Hayden's. I'm Car Boot Chris, and this is Bargain Belle. Say hello to everyone. Let's sit there in silence. I hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel. This is another Monday night live show. You ready? Yeah, and for those of you who are new to the channel, I am a full-time reseller. I buy and sell and predominantly use eBay as my choice of platform, although I do use other platforms as well. And I do that as a full-time living. Belle helps me out now and again. And Belle is the new Vinted manager as well. Vinted manager.
If they ever get started.
Yeah, so yeah, I hope you're all good. I hope sales are okay. Let me know in the chat you can hear me okay, you can see me okay. It's always important.
Chris is literally, it's like, it's going to be like in my face.
Well, last week, some of you were saying that you couldn't hear Belle very well. So I've moved the microphone this week.
It's a bad thing not hearing me.
I can't disagree with you.
My dulcet northern tones.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just hoping you can all hear us okay. I've given Belle the mic because she talks a bit quieter than me. So hopefully you're all right. Both coming through okay, Mike says. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Sound and picture all good, says Catan. Okay, right. Well, we always start off by saying hello to as many people in the chat as we possibly can. We've already got 68 of you here. So if you're new, say hello in the chat window and we'll try and get around to everybody. Who have you got first? You've got Santa?
Santa.
Yeah, I have as well.
And the Dave.
Okay, you crack on. I'll ping people up.
The Dave Repairs, Rosie Marsden.
Hi, Rosie.
Left-handed Hummingbird.
Hello.
Chop Chop. Anne Courtney. Jason Entwistle. Oliver Ian. Catan. MD Picker.
MD Picker. Good evening.
Zahir.
Hi, Z.
The Cat Guy and JT. Is that? Oh, hello from Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
Is that a new one?
Hello. Oh, welcome.
Welcome to the show. The Monkey Thrifter. You're an old one. Very
old.
Antoinette Daly.
Hi, Antoinette.
Steve Brano's with us.
Hi, Steve-O. Hope the gigs are going well.
Yes. Nice Life. He's at Wagamama's.
Ah, nice. I know he's stuck there, I think. Or something. I'm not sure. You said something about something on Instagram.
We've got Haggis Lover. We've
Hello.
got Em's Den.
Em's Den.
We have Chris Tyler.
Hi, Chris. Did you say Dave Repairs?
We did earlier on. We've got Sam.
Hi, Sam.
We've got Bills and Moon.
Bills and Moon, yeah.
We've got Mike Calpin.
Hi, Mike. Thank you for your orders, as always. Appreciated.
We've got Anthony Waltz.
Hi, Anthony.
We've got Queenie Conquest. Laura R.
Oh, yes. Hi, Queenie.
Gary Dunlop. Is that a new name?
Can you tell Steve to get the kettle on? Get the kettle on, Steve.
Get the kettle on, Steve.
Get your finger out and do something.
Gary Dunlop, is that a new name?
Hi, Gary.
Is that not a new name?
Possibly. You know what I'm like.
We've got Ricardo.
Oliviera.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
It is.
It really isn't.
I can't see properly. Games Boys Are Awesome. Is that a new one?
No. But welcome.
Tea Cakes. David Mister.
Mr. David.
Mr. David. John at YLM.
Hi,
Betty
John.
Bob.
Betty Bob.
Rebecca Turner.
Hey.
Fix It for Reselling.
Hey.
Richard Payne.
Hey.
Kevin Hawthorne.
Hey.
Leanne Hill.
Hi, Leanne. Come on, move it.
Andrew.
Hi, Stu.
Dixon Cider. Hello,
Dartford.
the Dartford crossing is closed again with the wind.
Oh.
Glad the family went home then. Aaron Tibbet.
Hi, Aaron.
Ooh, Brum Reseller.
Hi, John. He says the same thing every time.
Kimmy Kitty. And I'm at the bottom.
Oh, brilliant. Well done, dear. Good job.
That's the quickest ever.
That is. It is. Maybe people are not chatty so much.
I think it's become like a standing thing now where we're trying to get through and everybody talks as much as possible. So we have to like keep skimming down, seeing who we can miss.
Yeah. News flash from Catan. As per my post on Insta, the new eBay format is out. The video function is not on yet, but they did keep their word on updates by the end of the week. I've not seen any updates on mine. I had a look before, Catan, so maybe they're just rolling it out slowly.
JJ's joined us.
Hi, Jess.
Jack of all trades. Hi, guys. Happy Freedom Day. What does that mean?
Well, Thursday, isn't it? Freedom Day, when basically all the restrictions are abolished in law.
That already happened.
And now I'm just going to go right back to the beginning because Santa said something about when taking a dog for a drive, there is no way for the dog to comprehend that you have control of the vehicle. There is no way he can realize that you're turning the wheel or pushing the pedals makes the car move. He must think that both of you walk out to this adventure box. You have your seat, he has his, and you whisk off to a mystery location, sometimes park, sometimes the vet. You just roll the dice and go on adventures together. Okay.
Are you okay, Santa?
Do you need help?
Just put yes in the chat bar.
Just put yes and we'll get someone to call someone for you. Funny though, I'm probably right. I'm a bit low here, aren't I? Let me just move the camera just down a touch. There we go. That made all the difference.
Hayden Stammers joined us. Sorry I'm late, but there was supposed to be a really good play and go past, but I couldn't see it. Well, to be fair, watching a play and go past is probably more interesting than us anyway, so we'll let you off for being late.
Definitely. Where's the reseller as well as in? Do we have anybody else? Anyone for anyone else who has not had a shout?
Catan says when you go to list a new item, it's on the top right to change the new format.
To be fair, Catan, I don't really list on the computer anyway. I list on the app, so I will have a look at it.
Richard said, has anyone mentioned eBay gum yet? We just have. There you go.
Catherine, Catherine's on Facebook.
Hi, sis.
Hi.
Oh, Rebecca says, Fudge, I'm thinking that's one of your hamsters, isn't it? Fudge has been caught by getting caught in a Pringles tube. Oh, how big is it? Pringles tubes are quite big, aren't they? Be a big hamster.
Santa's discovered cannabis.
I'm thinking so.
Carlo B, hi, good evening.
I'm fine. When Belle was tricking Cookie, it made me think of how a dog thinks about things.
It's because the intro video, I put the trick where you drop the thing.
How did I miss that?
How do you miss it?
I didn't see that.
It's a trailer video. You can put trailers on first. I always just pick a random video.
To be fair, that didn't work very well with Cookie. She wasn't overly impressed.
It did kind of work. It was funny. A new name here. Javelina Flips. Annie. Hire from Arizona.
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Brilliant. Got quite a few Americans in tonight, haven't we? Kitan says it also has a direct link for photos from your mobile. This is the old feature, but it's been brought back. Very handy. I'd be interested to take a look at what's going on with that.
Rebecca says he's tiny.
So what have we got on tonight's show? It's always a good idea to let you know early doors so that you know whether you want to stay or not. Of course you want to stay. We've got Belle has got a very own Oh No tonight.
I didn't know I had my own Oh No, by the way.
We'll tell you about it in a bit, so stay tuned for that. It's kind of a mistake, but not a mistake. We've all probably done it. I'm also going to talk about some controversial opinions on Facebook. This week, it's been kicking off. It's been kicking off on Facebook. So I'm going to raise a similar question to the chat here, and let's see if it kicks off here as well. That should be fun.
Do you know, for such a quiet person, he is like the first in the drama box. He's like, if he gets wind that drama has happened in a YouTube video or in a chat, he is there. He is there in the background, having a good nose.
That's a bit harsh.
Putting in your 2 pennies worth.
Americans taking over the chat, yeah. Also, you need to stay tuned. A little bit later on, I've got a massive FedEx box full of pop culture, some figures, some comics, some plushes, and we're going to auction it off. It's a typical Car Boot Chris mystery box. If you've ever bought one off me, loads of people have bought them. I've not had any complaints yet, and I always throw in more items than what I say. At the moment, there's 40 items in that box. We're going to auction it later on.
That's 40 less items in my house. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Santa Claus says he'd like more duck racing, please.
I wonder if we can think of something
We'd
to
have
do
to
a duck
charge
race.
you to enter the duck race to win the box.
Yeah, well, that would be like
10 quid ago.
We're on dodgy ground doing that. That's like going back to the raffles that we used to do. And
let's not go there.
Nah.
Flippin' Phil said, if an insect is flying in a car while the car is moving, does the insect have to move along with the car at the same speed?
Not while it's inside.
Well, if it stops, if it doesn't fly at the same, doesn't it go through? Will it hit the back window?
Oh, it's just right. If you're on a train, if you're inside a train,
but you're stood on it. You're not flying. If you was in the air on a train, you'd hit the back of the train.
No, you wouldn't.
If you
no, you wouldn't.
If
you're in that. You're in the same atmosphere of the train, so therefore you adopt that atmosphere. Right. If you're on a train,
what are you talking about?
If you're on a train and you jump up in the air, do you go back like
if you jump
6 meters?
If you stayed in the air for long enough, you would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
You'd stay in the same position because you're occupying the same. Don't be stupid. If you jumped in the air while you're in a train, you're not going to move anywhere. You don't change position in the train.
Oh, Flip and Phil, what have you started?
Hi, Steve. More duck racing, yeah. Yeah, thanks for that question. Controversy on Facebook. Yeah, no, would you believe it?
Mike Halpin said no. So he agrees with you.
Yeah, totally. When you occupy the same atmosphere of something, you don't move.
Mm-hmm. Carl says you stay in the same space. The train moves forward. If it had high windows, you're dead though. Haggy says you will move it if you're on the train.
Yes, because you're not inside occupying the space. Yes, true.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's past. It's way above. It's way above. Yes, we know Nick and Andrea. Yeah, of course. Who doesn't? Hi, Tom. Yeah, so we've got a few bits to do. What should we do first? Should we get yours out of the way?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh no.
So on the thumbnail, I put on it that Belle has actually paid somebody to buy an item, essentially. It's not as bad as I first thought, because I thought she'd sold an item for 99p, but she'd sold it for a bit more. So she hasn't quite paid somebody. So
And
that was my mistake.
He's now worried me because I did sell an item for 99p, but it wasn't the item that he was supposed to be sending. So I'm hoping he sent the right one.
I'm sure I did. I'm sure. So do you want to tell the story of what's happened?
It's a very boring story.
It's still an oh no, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, he did get a deal because I had the item up for £8 and they put an offer in and got it. I let him have it for £4. But it's only when I asked Chris does my packing for me when he does his. So I told Chris which one it was, and I said, "Oh, look at the addresses." And he went, "That's Ireland." Like,
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, can't send it by Hermes. Need to do Royal Mail. So basically, it's ended up costing me. Well, after my fees, I got £6.33 for the item and postage, and it's cost me £5.30.
How much did you? How much did you charge them for postage? £3.60.
£3.60. Yeah, and it's cost me £5.30 to send it. So basically, I've made £1.
Yeah, I thought she'd sold it for 99p. So that's why I was saying that she'd paid someone to take the item, but she's almost paid someone to take the item.
Yeah, it was.
But I think we've all been there at some point, is where we've lost out through an error. But the problem is, if it wasn't Northern Ireland and we'd have sent it via Hermes, you'd have still made money on it. In fact, you would have made money on the postage because you would have charged £3.60 and it would have been £2.95. But what happened was, as you know, if you send something via Hermes to Northern Ireland, you get like £2.25 extra to pay on top, which is a pain in the backside. So I opted to take it into the Royal Mail post office to send it. And even though the size of the parcel would have fit in Hermes's normal small parcel, it didn't fit in Royal Mail parcel size.
Is it your fault I paid more?
Well, no, you'd have still paid more on. It would have been about the same if we'd have sent it Hermes. It would have been £5.40. So it's because the sizes it didn't match up. So actually, if it had been small parcel with Royal Mail, you probably would have been okay. But
I mean, to be fair,
it went in a bigger size.
That cup wasn't destined, was it? Because I dug it out of my eBay box, put it on the side downstairs where he does his packaging. When I came into the kitchen a few hours later, it was in the sink. And I was like, "Why have you put my cup in the sink?" And he went, "Because you've had a brew in it." I said, "No." I said, "That's a cup I've just got out for you to wrap and sell." And
I did think.
He brought it up thinking I just left a random cup downstairs.
I did think that she'd had a brew.
So
right, Carlo B says, Belle, if you stand on top of a train and jump up, what happens? The train moves forward, not you.
Yeah, that's what I've said.
Yeah, on top of a train, yeah, not
Why
inside.
does that not happen inside?
Because you're in the atmosphere inside the train. It's a scientific thing. Geordie Reseller, hi. I'm not even answering that, Santa. I can't. That just no. So everyone else in the chat. Wounded, everyone's done that. Yeah, I know. I actually thought she'd lost money on it, but turns out she made £1. So
well, I'm still going to find out if he sent the 99p item.
Well, true.
Dave, I've done that, never to be repeated.
Royal Mail from UK mainland to here in Northern Ireland, £3.20. Yeah, but it was too big, the parcel size. They charged me a medium parcel, not small.
Hi, Cherry Jane.
Hello.
Richard Henry is with us as well. Hello.
Dave said he didn't know that about Hermes. Yeah, they charge you an uplift. It's an absolute swizz.
Wes said they use Collect Plus.
Fair dues. Never really used it, but
Catan says we narrowly missed that mistake before. We now have a postage table in place so it detects it and charges higher. What is that?
I don't know.
We now have postage table in place. What's postage table? Because I said this. I said
I assume he's got a spreadsheet of some kind or something.
Yeah, no, he said it detects it and changes and it detects it and charges higher. Because there's no way of getting around, because you don't know until somebody buys something where it's going to. So there's no way of me getting around not sending them to Northern Ireland, is there?
Yeah, you can put Northern Ireland on like a block list of countries.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, if you really wanted to, but
well, to be fair, it's the first thing I think I've ever sent to Ireland, so they don't come very often.
Carl's in Ireland, so he says Hermes and other couriers charge an illegal fee to post to north of Ireland, which is allegedly part of UK. I asked about this and got no solid answers. They introduced it, didn't they? When didn't they introduce it when all the Brexit stuff changed? Which I don't get it.
Jason said Royal Mail small parcel up to 2 kilograms, eBay postage £3 to Northern Ireland.
Yeah, that's if it was a small parcel, but it went as a medium. And it was £5.30, I think.
Richard said this postage thing drives me mad. So I've had around 4 items that I've ended up paying an extra £2 odd due to where they live. Dave says even Packlink.
Yeah, I think Packlink even charge it as well.
Carl, a vacuum bell. Is that what you were trying to say when you're inside the train? You're in a vacuum?
Kind of, yeah. I'm sure there's.
Fix-its for resender. Medium parcels go for £3, same as small parcels.
Oh yeah, but I
Royal Mail.
haven't got one of those accounts. I don't use Royal Mail very often at all. I only use it when I get a Northern Ireland parcel or if somebody asks me to do international.
We're having no more trains. Even Dave Weeks is at it now. What happens if you jump up inside a train that has no roof? Oop, who am I trying to block? I have this accidentally when I'm scrolling. If I click it, it tries blocking you. So I do apologise if anybody gets blocked by accident.
You can also send Yodel to Northern Ireland for cheaper than Royal Mail. Okay, that's good to know.
Little Miss Q has joined us. Hey, y'all. Is that
another?
I know. Have we got another American?
Yeah, we've got lots in tonight, haven't we?
Proz's Independent Trading Co. Hi all. I have to say that carefully then.
What's with the name, by the way? I've not been saying the first word. So what's with the Proz's Independent Trading?
I know where my brain's going. Richard Payne says if you use Impost on the Impost site, not through P2G, Northern Ireland is only a little bit extra. Still goes Hermes.
All right. Good to know. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't happen very often. So I don't worry too much about it.
And Sam said you can also send Yodel.
I said that a minute ago.
Wasn't listening.
Catan says you can place a rule table within eBay so that you can select areas where Hermes would charge more and then add those into a table. So if the Highlands or Northern Ireland buys an item, it'll... okay. That's interesting. I'll have a look at that, Catan. Thank you.
See, if I've done nothing today, we've got some information that we didn't know.
Yeah, thank you, guys. So we don't know everything.
My mistake has helped.
Yeah. Little Miss Q said driving while listening.
Be careful.
Yeah, be very careful.
Be careful.
Oh, another one. Alex Trevino is also from the US. Whereabouts are you exactly? Good to know.
Catan says posted rate tables. It's the name of it on eBay.
Okay, I'll have a look. Thanks, Catan. How are you both settling into your new home? Stopped to let you through. What?
Stopped to let you through in your car today, Chris, and no thank you.
Where was this?
Tut.
I always say thank you to people.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
I've only dropped off today. Where was this? You sure it was me?
He has changed his car recently.
It might not have been me.
Just apologise.
Catan,
Just take it on the chin and apologise.
Catan, you should do a video about postage options.
Yeah.
It's an acronym of Trotter's Independent Trading. Since I'm a big fan, it seemed to fit the bill. Oh, right, okay. Trotter's. Kind of an acronym. Where's the T's? Trotters. Prozzers. That don't work.
You've got him all confused now.
Johnny 40 Coats, welcome. Little Miss Q is in Ohio.
You never answered James's question anyway. You focused on the fact that you didn't wave at him.
Oh, what was it?
He said, how are you settling in?
Oh, we're settling in very well, thank you. Yeah,
we
we're
had
good.
our, outside of my boys coming at Christmas, we had our first family visit this weekend, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I had my mum, one of my sisters and one of my nephews come. So we've had a nice little weekend in the storm.
Yeah, stuck in the house.
Oh yeah, we were doing great till Friday when the storm took half our fencing out. Couldn't do that when we were rented, could it? Now we've got to pay. Bloody thing.
Tam and Bell, hi, and also Jilly B as well. Welcome.
Did you see that little Miss Q was in Ohio?
Yes, I said that. Yeah. It might well have been. I apologise, James, if it was me. I always say thank you to people.
Well, you've been caught out now.
Yeah, I don't know where Hawkins Avenue is. No idea.
I'll have to Google map it. We're not that familiar yet with the street names.
Deacon Mister, welcome.
You've got a twin, Chris. No, don't put that one on us. We don't want two of him.
Right, what else?
We need a shame bell ringing.
You take over while I'm doing something. Talk to people.
I'm trying to work out where you were up to. You were like way ahead of me, and everyone's just chatting. Chris, how's the new car? There you go.
Very good, thank you. Yeah, so far so good. I
know I'm not quite sure how this worked. He asked me last weekend, not the weekend just gone, the weekend before, if I'd considered any further whether I wanted a new car because mine broke at the end of last year. And out of that, 2 days later, he had a new car. How does that work?
Yeah, you know, I was looking for one though anyway.
Oh, okay. Prozzer is my surname. There you go.
Right.
That makes more sense.
I get it. Hit the thumbs up, yeah. Please do. That'd be great.
Greybeard Fishing has joined us. Up, first time for a while.
Oh, welcome back. What kept you so long? Okay, let's move on to this. Let's move on.
Our survey said.
Now then, I put a little poll out on the old YouTube.
Because we all love a good poll.
A survey. And I asked 100 people whether you put 2 labels on your parcel or just the one. And because some people were saying that I should put 2 labels on in case one gets damaged or wet, and then there's another one that's still readable, and it prevents stuff getting.
Because you can repeat print. Once you've bought
just repeat twice.
Yeah.
So I've actually started doing that. It takes very little more time than what it does anyway. I just print off 2 reams of the same thing and I slap a label on one side, a label on the other. So I put a message out to say, do you put 2 labels on your parcel in case one gets wet or damaged? And now 109 people have voted. I only put this on to 10 hours ago, so a lot of people have voted already. only 9% of you said yes, you put 2 labels on, and 91% said no. Now that's interesting, because I've heard of a lot of people saying they've started putting 2 labels on for that reason, and to try and prevent sort of because like when the label gets damaged, it then doesn't end up getting delivered, and chances are it might not even come back to you either.
Let's scan it.
So yeah, when it becomes unscannable, and I doubt no one will ever see it again. So yeah, I've started putting 2 on.
Prozza said they put 2 on.
Cool.
So does TKC says put it on expensive stuff.
Uh,
Brum said would sellotaping over the label be cheaper?
Well, labels are free, so what's cheaper than free?
Jason says always 1.
I always did 1 as well.
Sherry says only 1 label in this house. You're a 1 labeler. Catan says I placed 2 labels on large items.
Good plan.
Jilly says Brum, I cover it in sellotape. Sam says how often does the label damage happen?
No idea. No idea.
Kimmy, I only double up labels on expensive items. Geordie says I put 2 labels on if it's over £30.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So that seems to be the...
Yeah, if it's more expensive, put 2 labels on.
Cherry Jane said the label on my boots packaging was softening but didn't distort the address.
Okay.
Richard says that he does on expensive ones. Stu, 1 label with sellotape over.
What I do is whenever I write a label out, so if it's going Royal Mail and I'm dropping it off at the post office and I have to write the label out, I always cover it with sellotape in case it gets wet or something like that, or damaged.
Yeah, Dave says inkjet printers are the biggest problem with ink running in the rain.
There you go. Dave should know he has to deliver these things.
Richard says he puts clear tape over the address and sometimes uses 2 labels, high price stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have this issue when you used to print yours off before you got your zebra, because you put them in them wallets, didn't you? The like clear.
Yeah, I used to, when I just used to print addresses on like printer paper, just A4 paper, and chop them into 4. I used to put them in the clear windows and then stick that on the parcel. So that's normally pretty good, because they don't really get damaged and they're protected from wet. So
Harry says 1 label and buyer's address info.
Okay.
Dave said a 2D code will work through sellotape. Monkey Thrifter only 1, but we'll start doing it on large items.
I think it's a good idea, at the very least, on large or expensive items, or set yourself a value, and maybe on those items put 2 labels on. I've just started whacking 2 labels on everything, but I might scale it down to.
Slap happy, are you?
Yeah, I just thought I'd try it just to see if it took me, if it was any, anything that took more time or anything, but it's not too bad.
Johnny Fortico says don't sellotape over heat printed labels. Adhesive can wipe out the print.
Oh, interesting.
Tan said sellotape fades away the writing on the label for thermal prints. Dave, never write a label. Have I written a label? I do.
If I'm not sending it anything where I'm printing it off, I just write it out.
But then, like you said, you cover it now.
Yeah, I always cover it with tape.
Carl B got my favourite offers today on eBay of £1 for 6 different items, totaling 350. Someone with no feedback and a message to say, "Please help. I am a charity." I answered, so I'm a muppet.
So am I a muppet?
Oh, so am I a muppet? Sorry, I thought you were saying you were a muppet.
£1 for 6 different items, totaling 300. What? How did you answer, Carl? How did you answer? Let us know. Laser and thermal won't run. Okay.
Stuart handwrites all his labels.
Oh, wow.
I get writer's cramp.
Dave uses what I used to use, this self-adhesive window envelopes. That's what I used to do. Yeah.
Richard said GSP, I put several copies of the reference number on there.
Fair dues, yeah. Although I've never had that issue with GSP. Whenever something's arrived at GSP, it's always moved on. I've never had an issue with that.
Monkey Thrifter uses laser printer and window envelopes.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades, why do you write out Royal Mail? Why don't you use eBay to do your Royal Mail as well?
Because I don't really do the postage through Royal Mail. Never have done through eBay. Never really have done that, other than when it's been pack link. I don't bother. If there's the rare time that I have to go to the post office to send something, it's probably once. So I'd say twice a month, 3 times a month, maybe. It's not very often.
Prozza says, I used to try and stick it on larger items, but they kept forgetting, so I just put 2 on everything. It becomes a habit.
Yeah. I guess it don't matter, really. I mean, if it doesn't really take me much more time, then why not just stick 2 labels on it?
There you go. Debbie says, handwritten labels need someone to read it. Suppose
Yeah.
that could be the problem if you don't do it in like block
Oh, I
capitals
just do it
and
in block
stuff.
capitals. It's not difficult to read.
Flogit says, question, a buyer bought my faulty CCTV camera. The listing clearly said it was faulty. I said it turns on but won't turn off. His message saying he has fully charged it but it won't turn on.
Yeah, you just have to open a return, won't you? Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that you can't return it. That's just the way of eBay. You know, it doesn't mean that you can't return it. So just ask him to open a return.
Santa said, fun fact, fastest mail service across the pond is Royal Duck Mail. Flogit says, but the blue light is on. I've told him to charge it more. How do I stand here? Blue light. Is it being on? So basically he's saying that if it's showing the blue light, it means it's turned on.
But if they're claiming that it's not working, then eBay are going to allow them to open a return anyway. So,
yeah,
you know, just tell them to send it back. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop a return being opened.
Carl, my complete answer was, it's great that you are a charity, and as you know, charity begins at home, and I'm sure you are aware I'm not buttoned up the back a baby, and I'm not dense. Bye-bye.
Oh. People do try it on, though. They definitely do.
Well, you don't know they're a charity, do you? That's the thing.
No.
You can't prove that.
You can't prove anything, can you?
Yeah, Flogit says he's told him to return it. Yeah,
that's all you can do, really. Just return it and start again. Because I've had some like that myself. It's especially annoying when you mark something as spares or repairs and people still, expect it to be working. Yeah. That is annoying. Small Fletch one says small Royal Mail is only $2.90 on eBay at the moment. Cool. That's not too bad.
I had one where she wanted to send it back because she said it was a Jellycat plush, wasn't it? And they said it was smelly, dirty, this, that, and the other. Not a cat in hell's chance. Not would I send it that way, but Chris packs it for me. Do you really think he would send an item if it was smelly and dirty? He would have told me to clean it. So I knew it was a load of rubbish, but she clearly just didn't want it. So I just told her to send it back. It never came back. She just never returned it. And I'm pretty sure I got feedback from her that wasn't negative either. But I won't mind. She'd got an absolute bargain because I'd let her have it for like a $5 as well. For like a big Jellycat.
You just can't please people though, can you? They get it cheap as chips.
But it is annoying when you know what they're saying is a load of rubbish.
Yeah, totally.
Absolute load of rubbish.
Jason says, when I sell items, spares or repair, I always message the buyer to check that they've read the listing. Absolutely. I do that every single time. And, and another thing that I always do, and it's happened to me this week, you know what? If you ever sell anything box only without the contents, especially, and I'm talking really here about game boxes.
Expensive boxes.
I had some Nintendo Switch games that were box only, and the box onlys are worth £10 to £15 on their own. So that if somebody just has the cart and they want to complete it, you can buy the box and put the cart in, and you've got a complete game. Now, I have listed some of these in this last week. And there's one particular game I sold 4 times on one day. for varying prices between £10 and £15. And 4 times I had to cancel it because I messaged the buyer and I said, you do realise that this is just the box and not the game. And each time they said that they didn't realise. Yet I had in capitals in the title, box only, no game. In the item specifics, it's got features, box only, no game. In the description, it says in big writing, please note, this is the box only, there is no game included, right? And people still hit buy it now or make an offer.
Yeah.
And I did that 4 times in one day last week. And I messaged them every time because I thought, I'm not having, a return on this. So I messaged them and 4 times I had to cancel in one day. It's the same thing that Jason is saying there.
I sold that Disney rucksack, didn't I, with the nose that was, it looked like maybe a dog had chewed the nose on it, but it was still, even with because it was vintage, even with a broken nose, the rest of it was in perfect condition. It was still like 20 quid. But I did the same. The person who bought it, I messaged them straight away and just said, have you read the description? Are you aware that the nose is damaged? And she just replied, yeah, that's great, it's fine. So.
Oliverine says, yes, she clearly wanted it for free.
What?
Your thing that you sold, she wanted it for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yorkshire Mixers in, welcome.
Where we up to?
Jason said, I'm nearly at the end. I've just sold a camcorder spares or repair. How weird is that? Make sure you message them, Jason, and check that they're okay with it. And I put it in capitals as well, Flog It. It's just stupid. I can't believe people don't even read the title now. I mean, it's one thing not reading the description, but they don't even read the title. Dave, my sister sells loads on eBay and handwrites all labels. I was trying to get her to buy eBay today. We'll tell her whatever they were talking about.
To be fair, I think sometimes, when you're trying to find something that is expensive or more than what you want to pay, and you end up just scouring the price, don't you, to a certain point, where I think that as soon as you see something that's cheap, it's like you completely forget that you need to actually read the rest of it. You just see the price and think, oh, I'm having that, and you hit buy.
Yeah. Richard said, my friend had a buyer who said they hadn't received the item. It was left in the porch. Seller said they didn't have a porch. My friend sent a photo of their home from Google Lens. Yeah. Quite often when I've got a dodgy one, I do look on Google Street View to see, to try and see if I can catch them out.
Johnny says another thing to message about is DVD region codes if it doesn't match the buyer's address.
Yeah, definitely. And game region codes as well. Especially if, like, we're UK, obviously. If you're selling an American DVD, like a region 1 or something, or a different region game when we're in the UK, it's definitely worth asking that question.
Monkey Fish said, Jason, I sold a camcorder a couple of weeks ago. Twice in the listing it said no battery. Their message saying no battery told them it wasn't included as the listing. They bought one. David says, I always put in the description, if you return this item as faulty under spares and repairs, you may be abusing eBay's return policies. Seems to have worked for me.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Although I don't know how far it'll get you, but it might stop somebody opening the return.
Dixie
they probably haven't read it, though. They probably haven't read it anyway.
Mr. Diggs.
Hi, Mr. Diggs. Street View, yeah. Street View. Buyers have become lazy, not reading, yeah.
Carl says, I think Xbox One games are region free. Don't quote me on this one. Yo, Adrian! It's like weird, didn't you? Get people in the chat and there's just little things that pop into your head because we have Shabba. Yo, Adrian!
Yeah. All right, you've done it a few times now. Don't milk it.
Bold Find is with us.
Oh, yes. Welcome. Good evening. Right. I think it's time we need to do a bit of an auction. If anyone's even interested, let's do this. So, do you want to bring the box over?
No, I can't lift it. Why is there a knife?
Because it's one of me. It's a reseller tool, just like you.
Oh my God.
Oh, for God's sake! Come on.
It's heavy.
Right. Look at the size of this bag, boy.
It says that to me all the time.
I know. Well, so now, unfortunately, I know that there is a lot of US viewers and international viewers, people from all over the world in every country that we can think of. But I'm probably going to have to keep this to UK only just because the weight of this will cost a fortune to send it international. It won't be worth it, even though there's some good stuff in here. Don't get me wrong. But it ain't going to be worth sending it international. So I'll probably say UK only, if you're okay with that, everybody. Now, what we have in here is over 40 items. There's currently 40 in it. And before I ship it, I'll probably throw in a couple more at least, right? And if it goes for a good amount of money, I'll probably throw even more stuff in it. So this is the script: UK only, and payment via bank transfer. Postage will be included in the final sale price. So postage is free for you. And what's in it? Well, it's mostly pop culture stuff. There's comics in here. There's figures. There's toys. There's plushes. What else? There's at least one new unboxed pop figure.
You get a really good box as well.
Oh, this box is very good. It won't be by the time Hermes have dealt with it. But what else? There's some mugs in here.
And I was about to say, and that's not Chris going in the bottom.
Do anyone want to start the bidding? Let's start it at a tenner. A tenner, free postage. So someone's got to. It's going to cost. It's going to cost about £6 for me to post this. Bear that in mind when you're bidding.
Oliver says, "What's in the box?"
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Right, you've had your first bid, 20 quid.
Excellent. Who is it?
From Bold Finds.
Bold Finds.
Sorry, Kathy. Kathy did come in at 10 afterwards. Flog It loves the box. It is. It's a proper good box. This.
It's a cracker. This. Right.
Cherry Jane's coming at 22.
I can see. I can see pop.
I've already said pop.
Well, I can see more than one pop thing.
You're not going to show the odd thing.
Shall I?
Yeah, show
Okay.
the odd thing.
Okay. This is an interesting little thing. This is a pop. Something Wild, Disney, Mickey and Friends.
We've got Bold Find is the first one to come in at £25.
We've got some Vinylmations in here. Some Disney Vinylmations.
Oh, Matt Sells stuff has come in at 40. Evening, he's come in and just gone 40 quid.
Wow, 40 quid. That's a good one. We've got a couple of these little Vinylmations. I can see a boxed pop figure. I've got some plush figures.
Should I do this off yours, really? Thinking about it.
Well, it doesn't matter until we get to the end, does it?
Right, well, 40 is the maximum I can see at the moment, anyway.
There's a Disney mug in here. There's a stack of comics. I think there's at least 10 comics in here. There might be more.
Cherry's crying. She said this is her kind of box.
There's some movies.
M's Dems coming at 45.
Oh, this is a cool little thing. A little group pen. Look at that. How cool is that? That's neat, isn't it? Don't forget free postage as well.
Ooh, Cherry Jane's coming at £46.50.
That is so cool. I should have kept this. Why am I even selling it? Look, I can ride it across the bottom here. Can I? No.
That would take coordination and you don't have
And
it.
I don't have any. How do I do it? There.
I think the pen has just sold Cherry Jane. Antoinette is coming at 47.
What else can I show you? What about this? Don't forget, there's over 40 items in here. We've got a nice Lady in the Tramp from Disney. It's a stamped one. A ton of comics. There's loads of stuff in here. There's little figures.
Kathy. Oh, hang on. No, I knew it. Kathy, be careful. I nearly thought Cherry was bidding for 50 quid then. Cherry's gone in at 40. Oh, M-Den's coming at 50.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Emsden.
Just check on yours. So we've got M-Den and Flog it next to each other. And I've got M-Den's first.
Right. No more sneak peeks. All I'm going to say is, if it goes above £60, I'll put another 5 items in here to make it a minimum of 45.
Flog it's coming at 53.
Oh, jeepers. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. There's stuff in there that you'll be able to keep, that you can gift, that you might want to resell, of course. So lots of cool stuff. Anyway, let's wrap this up, because for anyone not bidding or interested, it's probably boring.
Yeah, we've got Flog it is coming at 60.
So 60, that means there is now going to be 45 items at least in that box. So that's just over £1 an item, and that includes postage, which is going to cost me £6 as well. So
right, are you doing?
Yeah. What are we
in.
saying? No, what we say? What is it? Going once to Flog it and see for £60.
Antoinette's coming at 63.
Oh, that's very cheeky. 63. So we're back to square one. So let's say going once, £63. Antoinette. It's up to 65. So going once, 65. Flog it and see. This is exciting, isn't it?
Come on then.
Going once, going twice. Flog it and see for £65. Cherry, you got to do better than that if you want it. It's 65. Going twice. I bet the winner lives in Ireland. No, please don't say that. Antoinette's gone up to 67. Thank you, Antoinette. That's going once, Antoinette. Going twice, Antoinette. We're going to close it any second. I'm going to start writing in the chat, and whoever is the last person to bid will... Ready, steady, you've done 67, but Antoinette, it was the first one at 67. So I'm going to type it in the chat here. What shall I put? Hammer down.
Hammer down.
I'll put hammer down in the chat. Flog it and see has said 70. So going once, flog it and see. Going twice, flog it and see. And we're going to put the hammer down as we say, going 3 times. Here we go. Boom. That's it. Flog it and see. You got it. Antoinette, I'm sorry. You were just too late on that. Just too late. You did very, very well. You just stuck in Matt Sells stuff. I'm sorry. You were beaten to it on that one. So £70 is Flog It and See. Thank you very much. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll sort that out. It'll go out on Wednesday. That's my next postage day.
Thank you to everybody that
thank you all
in there.
That was good fun, wasn't it? Oh, good fun.
You stress me out because I like to just go.
I know.
Going once, going twice, done. But you like going one.
Yeah, of course.
Going
You can't just. Yeah, of course. That's the whole fun of
I
it.
just want to push the button for you.
You can't do that. That's not an auction. That's not an auction.
Vlog, it's not on Facebook.
Antoinette, I'm sorry. I know you obviously wanted that. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. Keep a lookout. I always do these every 3 or 4 weeks. I normally do a mystery box. What?
Vlog, it says they're not on Facebook.
How else can we do it? If you look in the description of this video, Flog It, there is an email address that you can email if you want. How about that?
I said we'll go on Insta now.
Oh, okay. Please tell us. It must, you know what, Carlo B's in Ireland, isn't it? It must piss him off, this whole postage thing.
I know, bless.
It's not fair, is it?
He did say, as you said, you were going to do the auction. He's like, I'm skint, but I'm bidding. And then you were like, we're not sending it outside the UK.
Well, I would have classed Ireland as Well,
say
unless
that
he's
to him
he's
now.
Northern Ireland, isn't he?
I'm going to say, don't say that.
No,
to him.
I would have sent it to him.
Oliver Reese says we prefer it when Bell ends the auction. I get it done, don't I? I just get it done. You'd be like, bid a pound, done, sold.
What a bargain it is. It's a great buy. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Flog it and see. Thanks, Antoinette, though. Thanks for joining in, and look out for the next lot.
Tori's joined us. Hello, Tori.
Is this what's the Whatnot app? No, but very similar. Maybe that's what
the hell's a Whatnot app?
it's an app in the US where you sell stuff like auctions and things. Hopefully it comes here because it looks really good.
Well, Lorraine said about £30 cheaper than Chris Bell. Oh yeah. I'd have had that hammer down way.
Oh, it'd have gone at
before
20 quid,
way
and it'd been
before
I would have probably lost money. It'd have gone at £5.
It'd have been costing Chris to send it like me.
I know. Hi,
Is
Tori.
that not the theme of this evening?
Yeah, basically. Hi, Tori. You've been very quiet, Tori, haven't
No,
she?
she's just joined us.
Oh, right.
You missed that. She
Oh.
said she apologised for being late.
Ah, sorry. Can't wait. I'll make sure there's some good stuff in there that I'm going to put in at the end. I appreciate you going to £70.
Did we get an unboxing video with this one?
Maybe. I hope so. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of the chat. Bold fines. I would have paid 100 if I had a sign.
Photo of car boot Chris. We could have easily sorted that out.
I can do that. I can do that now for you. For what's that? That extra 30 quid. 30 quid. I'll do that now for you. Right. What have we got on? Right now, I wanted to talk about this bit of a controversy on Facebook. So, if you're in the Money Mental Facebook group, I spotted a bit of a post, and I'm going to just dig it out, that brought a lot of comments. A lot of... That's Flog It and See just messaged me. Thank you. I'll reply later. There was a lot of reaction to it. And it was all about whether you use the payment reminder facility on eBay or not. You know that automatic send payment reminder that you can send after, I think it's like 4 or 5 hours. You get the ability to send that message, and you can edit it yourself if you want as well. Wow. There was a lot of chit chat about it.
Paul Francis drama in the Facebook group, surely not.
You know what? I can't.
You do get sucked in, don't you? You're not interested in it whatsoever, but just the comments afterwards, you're like, oh, I've got to read through that. Come on.
You have to read through these things.
Monkey Thrifter asked if you were doing another one. Did you think he was doing more than one?
No, just one tonight. Just one tonight.
Could auction this off.
Oh, look.
Who wants this?
Who wants a signed Bell?
Who wants a signed Bell love heart picture?
Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
I'm giving Chris's pictures away here. This is what I made for Chris.
I can't find the post, but basically, the author of the post had written, as a reseller themselves, they had bought an item as a buyer on eBay, and they'd not paid for 2 days, but you get the allotted 4 days to pay. And the seller had sent them this auto payment reminder thing, and they weren't very happy about having a payment reminder.
People are actually bidding on
No,
the
they're
picture.
not.
Yeah, they are.
That's my bloody picture you're flogging there. So people, what are we doing now? Am I talking? Are we doing this?
I'm just...
$1.99 the Dave.
Oh, bless them. Are you serious? Do people seriously want that picture? Minus £1.
Dave's already had a picture.
Yeah,
so,
Dave's had a picture.
Yeah, one of them. What are we doing now then? If anyone wants to bid on this, right, I'll donate the money to charity, and I'll send you this for free.
Mr. Diggs, £2.50.
You can sign it. Here, sign it while we're here now. Right. If anyone wants to genuinely bid on it, I'll send it you, I'll donate it to a charity of some kind
Where's your Sharpie?
downstairs.
Hmm.
Can't use that one because it'll wipe off. I can't sign it here. So.
Oh, Cherry Jane says I've got one, but I can't lie, I lost it.
Oh, thanks, Cherry. Better not be one of
Who
me.
did you get, Cherry? Was it me? I hope it was me. Dave says he's got a collection.
Dave has, actually.
Carry on, Chris. Not too high, guys. We don't want Chris moaning about the postage cost.
Right, there you go. Mr. Diggs says £2.50. Right, that do us. Shall we put the hammer down now?
Oh, that's it. Now it's my picture. You want to put the hammer down straight away? No, I'm joking.
I'll tell you what. If this is a thing, which Mr. Diggs has done £2.50, if you donate to your charity of choice, whatever the amount is, and I'll just send this to you for nothing. 350 Emsden. There you go. Cherry Jane, £3.
Monkey thrifter of fiver.
Fiver monkey thrifter. Oh my god. Right. That'll do. Come on. Mind you, it's for charity, isn't it? So keep the hammer up. Right. At the moment it's £5 monkey thrifter.
Cool. Ah.
Going once.
Little picture of Belle that actually says "I love you" on my t-shirt.
There's actually only one of these, and this is actually mine. It should be here.
I created that.
Yeah, you made it for me.
I created it for Chris.
She made that for me, and you get to have it.
Right, you putting the hammer
Yeah.
down.
Going once, going twice to the monkey thrifter for £5. And the hammer is going down.
Gone. Monkey thrifter, you are the proud owner of Chris's photograph now.
Right, Peter, send that fiver to a charity of your choice, and I'll send you this in the post. There you go. There you go. Thanks, guys. Right, going back to what I was saying.
A lot of people have heard or seen this already. So
Oh, right.
People are aware of what you're talking
So
about.
my questions to you are, after that controversy on Facebook, was: do you use this payment reminder function? Do you edit it so that it reads like you wrote it? Or do you not even use it at all? And as a buyer, have you received those? And are you offended by receiving them like this person was on Facebook? Now, personally, I'll tell you what I do. I always send those payment reminders, and I usually do it after a day of not having received payment. I'll send a payment reminder. And if they don't, if buyers don't pay after a couple of days, I'll send them an invoice. And then after that, I leave it in the lap of eBay's 4-day policy, and then they get a cancel order, strike, or whatever.
Richard said there are a lot of people in the thread I would happily block. Oliver says, I pay straight away. Don't understand why people think it's acceptable to wait. I know, if I'm buying something off eBay, I literally pay for it the second that it's mine. It's like, I don't understand how people just go away and don't pay for stuff. Katani says, Richard said, Katan, I don't get why people go window shopping. If I'm broke, why am I looking for anything?
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I know, I mean, a lot of the argument in that thread on Facebook was around, well, the policy that eBay have is 4 days. So the buyer is entitled to 4 days. And I understand that, but, you know, I don't see why anybody would be offended by receiving a payment reminder. I don't really understand that, because I send them all the time. No, actually, I haven't had one, actually. I was going to say I've even had one as a buyer, but no, because if I'm buying something, I just pay, you know, I just pay.
I can honestly say I've never once gone to purchase something and then not bought it straight away. Bullfine says, as a seller, they should pay immediately, knowing how annoying it is when we wait.
Definitely.
Fixit says, I send a payment reminder after a day or two. I always pay immediately when I buy something.
I always pay straight off.
Is that because we sell on eBay?
Yeah, but this person in the group also sells on eBay.
Right,
He's a reseller.
So he knows the rules.
And I'm not berating at all what he said. It was a valid opinion that he had. His opinion was that he felt that the payment reminder was not warranted because according to eBay's policy, you have 4 days. So it's a fair comment. I'm trying to get people's opinions here on where they stand with it.
Sam said didn't really know about it, thought eBay dealt with it. But no, you get the option to send a payment.
I think it's,
and you can put your own little spelling, can't you?
You can write your own.
Yeah.
I used to write my own, but now I can't be bothered. I just send whatever eBay I've got. But I normally do it after a day. But I think you're eligible to send a payment reminder. I think it's either 4 or 6 hours you can send one.
Prozas said, now Chris and Belle, if you touch or pick anything up, this lot are going to start bidding on it, so be careful. Use baby wipe?
Yeah, you don't know where that's been.
Ooh.
You don't know where I used that
make
before.
It more desirable.
Possibly.
He's obviously on his own way too much. Swiftly carry on from that.
Kathy, I've received them very rarely. It usually arrives after I've paid, but I don't get offended. They're big. Yeah, it's not meant to offend people.
Aaron says it went round a few circles. Think Andrew had had enough.
I wonder if it got deleted. I couldn't find it.
TK says I don't do anything. I'll let eBay do whatever they do.
Fair enough. Mr. Diggs says I send 2 messages, one off my own back, and an hour later, and then next day use the payment reminder. Okay.
Well, I normally, whenever somebody buys, I always send them a message anyway, just to say, as soon as this item is purchased or as soon as this item is paid for, I will have this put out in the next post, just as a little bit of a, I'll send it out as soon as you've paid me.
I think if anyone gets offended by a payment reminder, they need to get a life.
Steve Jackson says, don't go on Facebook to complain about non-pays and then do it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have any right to complain, can you? If you're not going to pay straight away.
Richard said they wouldn't be happy for me to send it when I felt like it. So it does work that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. And some people were saying, you go into Asda and you want to buy something, you don't walk up to the tills and say, I'll be back in 3 days to pay for this.
Monkey says you're sending £5 to Yorkshire Air Ambulance.
Oh, that's cool. Well, there you go. That's good.
No, you can have the picture, he said, but couldn't take the pic. Take something you made.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Couldn't take something you made for Belle. No, I made it for Chris. Trust me, it's fine.
It's fine. It's yours.
It's an image I can get again.
Yeah.
It's an image I can get again. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, personally, my personal opinion is it should be 24 hours. But I think, like, in the future, obviously, these things should be reduced anyway, because people's cards are going to be pre-authorized when they make a bid and when they make an offer. And with Buy It Now, of course, you can have immediate payment on that. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue, like, going forward. And I hate that phrase, as you know.
Oliver Ian says, but why do they get 4 days? Should be auto relisted after 24 hours. You only get offers for a limited period of time.
Yeah, I think 24 hours is more than long enough for people to pay.
Well, I got, was it that mug? It was the mug that I've now got £1 for. But they actually sent me the offer saying, if you accept this offer, I will pay today. Like it's it's like a privilege. I'm going to get paid.
Oh
today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Accept my offer and I'll pay today.
So
Wow.
I accepted the offer and they paid the next day.
Yeah.
And then it cost me a fortune to send it. Alex said, if you get an option to send a reminder, why not sign the reminder? It's the options there, so I do. If somebody sent me a reminder, I'd be apologetic. I'd be like, sorry,
to be honest,
there'd be a valid reason why I'd forgotten or whatever else.
I've never had a complaint about a reminder, but what I do get is that Belle said is that I've had quite often when I send a reminder, I will get a message saying, I'm really sorry I've not paid yet, or is it okay if I pay tomorrow, or some kind of response. You do get them. I've never had anybody message me and say that that's not a very nice message, or I'm offended by it.
Haggis Love said, I can set non-payment to 1 hour on eBid. It's a little short though.
Possibly, yeah. I don't use eBid, but 1 hour seems a short
Yeah,
period.
that's a good point, actually. Richard said the only time I haven't paid when the auction ended 4 a.m. Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah, and then, like you said,
I get that.
You're not going to sit there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now you're waiting for it to bid to end.
Mm.
I don't buy many things on bids, so I don't really have that.
Bold Fine says another rant. Sellers should be able to leave negative feedback on non-payers. I want to let them know they are toxic. You know what though? You know what? I wish there was an option on your eBay settings. And this would be a good option. So if somebody buys something but doesn't pay, you know, when you cancel that order because they haven't paid after 4 days, you should have an option to put them immediately on your block list. So if they don't buy something, don't pay for something, they shouldn't be, allowed to come back and shop in your store again. I would definitely use that, and I would put them straight on my block list. I'm not going to do it manually because I can't be asked with that. But I wish automatically that we could have an option to do that.
Should be like Vinted, where they put the money into a holding account and it automatically comes to you if they don't pay within a certain amount of time. So they have to give it you regardless. Jack of all trades says, I send them only just to remind people. People are busy and people forget unimportant things these days. That is very true. There are genuine people out there that just forget.
I'm not saying this is a lot of people.
And they will be the ones that send you the message afterwards going, I'm sorry, I forgot. Well, Catan says, I remember once I was shopping in Zara and I airdropped a conversation when the person was saying to her friend she has all the bills to pay and can't afford anything. Next minute she said, ooh, I'll have those.
Hi, Aid.
And Jerry says, I forget to do things. Reminders are helpful.
There you go, you see. It is helpful for some people. Hi, Soul Steps.
Oh, there's the rest of his message. I like those jeans. Those jeans look nice and bought them.
Bloody hell. Richard says, I've got a buyer who inboxed me before buying the item he's paying on Friday. Manners is fine, but the ones who buy them and then messaged him ahead in. Yeah, I don't have a problem normally when people message before buying and saying, if I buy this, is it okay if I pay on such a date?
But you've always been, if they message before they've purchased, you won't you kind of say to them, if it's still there on your payday, don't you? You won't sort of put it to one side.
No, if it's within that 4-day sort of period. So if it's like they wanted to buy, say someone messaged me today and said, can I pay on Thursday? I'd say, that's fine. Thanks for letting me know. But what I also do is I pre-warn people that after 4 days, eBay will cancel it. And also, if somebody messaged me and says, can I pay in 2 weeks' time? I say no. Or what I do is I say, you're welcome to purchase it. Just wait until closer to the time when you've got the money, when you can afford it or whatever. Yeah, there you go. I just say, if I've still got it, you can buy it. Just keep checking.
Fletch one says, what I hate is they send a message saying, I found a cheaper one on eBay. Thanks for nothing. Peter says, you cannot be letting buyers mess you about not paying after 2 days. I give payment reminders, then after 2 days, if they don't pay, I cancel. Can't be bothered waiting.
Fair enough. Hi, Peter, as well.
Jesus. TK says, Jesus Christ, being offended for a message that reminds you to pay. Snowflake.
What the author of that post also said was, and I didn't mention it before, and this will probably kick a lot of people off, was considering they're a reseller, they said that because they got that payment reminder and it annoyed them, offended them, or whatever, they weren't happy about having a payment reminder after 2 days. They said that they would even consider leaving negative feedback based on that. And that's somebody who is a reseller, which I don't understand. I don't really understand. I can understand the opinion about, I totally get any opinion about payment reminders, whether it's the right thing to do, etc. I get that. That's an interesting discussion. But to say that, you'd be willing to leave a fellow reseller negative feedback because that was sent. I think that's a bit mean. And knowing how we all actually take negative feedback to heart sometimes, don't we? Because we don't want it, and that would be harsh. That would be really harsh.
Lorraine said clearly their offer to pay Bella designed effect. To be fair, I'd have taken the £4 offer even without them writing that, but it just made me chuckle the fact that they'd offered to pay me today, the day they were going to take it. I was like, okay, well, when were you planning?
Flog It and See has asked us, has your eBay's picked up this week, everyone? Mine's been very average. I think mine has been very, very steady the last 2 weeks, but nothing amazing.
Cameron Bell said they do a reminder after 1 day, cancel after 4.
Yeah, well, I kind of do that. I do a reminder after 1, invoice after 2, and then I leave it then because they're clearly probably not going to pay. So
Pete says it happens where you're waiting for a buyer to pay after a day or 2. Then as soon as they do pay, eBay take out your fees, etc. So all that waiting for nothing. Dave says his eBay's still slow. Mr. Diggs says, I once set a payment reminder 2 days later, but they cancelled the order because they sent a reminder. They messaged back saying I was being rude.
Oh, right. I've never had that. That's harsh.
Flipping it.
Yeah, I agree. You'd wake up in the morning, you'd have a notification you've won the auction, you'd pay. Definitely.
Yeah, but it is understandable. Matt Sell Stuff says £600 this weekend.
That's a good weekend.
Very good weekend.
That's nice.
That's why you come in at 40 quid on the thing straight
Yeah.
away. It's like, I'm quids in.
Yeah, definitely.
Cherry said you should be able to rate a buyer based on communication with them, a bit like Uber drivers. Glamour's Closet.
Glamour's Closet. Welcome.
Hello, Cookie and the Haydens.
Welcome back, and lots of internationals in today.
Fletcher one says, how long is your block list? Long.
Mine isn't long, really. I only block people that are a real pain in the backside. But I would like to put people on who are non-payers. But I'd want to do it automatically. I don't want to manually do it.
Space Invader has joined us. He's been out taking pictures of the sky while it's clear. It's very nice. The only thing that spoils this reselling like is the bloody buyers.
Tori says, I've got a non-payer reluctant to send a reminder now. Just send it, Tori. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine.
Do you know what gets me, though? After all that, what was the need to post it on Facebook?
What, sorry?
That whole issue, what was the need to then air it all over Facebook?
Well, I think they were just looking for like opinions on the whole payment reminder thing, but I think
that go wrong.
Well, I kind of think it went wrong for them because of the way they wrote the comment, and the fact that these guys are resellers as well, or a reseller. They were kind of, I think just the way it was written, it antagonized a few people. But I think ultimately they were asking for feedback or giving their opinion on the payment reminder system. Right. It didn't come across very well.
Shab has lost an item that he sold.
Oh dear! Oh, I hate when that happens. But what happens is you'll cancel that order and you'll probably find it in a few weeks. I think I'm behind.
He says we're way behind. I'm only on 16. We're on 21. You need to get to the bottom.
Oh,
we've got way behind. Haggis says a sale's a sale in my book, even if it takes 4 days to pay. I never let it bother me.
Yeah, good one. Olivia says, what if you had control to extend the period to pay manually? That way it prompts them to message you to get the extension. Yeah, I mean, that could possibly work. I mean, you don't have to operate on the 4-day thing. I have an automatic cancellation set up. So there's a tick box in the settings that you can automatically allow eBay to cancel an order after 4 days and relist it, although the relist function doesn't always work. But you can not tick that, and it can just sit there for as long as you want, I think.
Katan said that he's had a poor week Then with this update that came out yesterday, he made over £140 soon after, but then a zero again today.
Yeah, the weekend wasn't great, and today has been dead as a dodo for me, really dead. It's not a zero sales day, but it's almost. Santa's got an interesting proposition here. Car Boot Chris and Bargain Bell. How about a sponsorship? I'll cover your worldwide postage for these weeks. Oh, you wouldn't want to cover worldwide on that. I'll cover your worldwide postage for these weekly giveaways, auctions, for an ad for Mrs. Claus Bad Cat Coffee Company. Oh, send me a message, Santa. Let's talk about it. Send me a message.
But
very interesting.
I definitely am. I'm a huge coffee drinker.
I'd be interested to have a look at this Bad Cat Coffee Company.
Can I get free coffee? I mean, if we get free coffee.
Maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
Mr. Diggs at eBay's been good to me the last week. I had 4 150 days and 300 days. Tell you what, Mr. Diggs, I'm always amazed with your posts that you put on Facebook with the stuff that you've picked up and the stuff you sell. I mean, some of the things, like a couple of the shirts you've put up recently, you said to Chris the other day, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid at that in a charity shop, and then you've gone and sold it for like 40 quid. Just shows, doesn't it?
Some people wind me up, Peter says, if I forget to pay for something on eBay and get a reminder, I find it helpful, so I pay.
Alex said, what Facebook group was it on? Was it on the...
It's on the Money Mental
group.
I couldn't find it. I wonder if the post has actually gone now.
Shabba says, sold one of my mother's ornaments on eBay this time last week. Ended up smashed, was covered in bubble wrap and blue bubble wrap. Buyer said it was poorly packaged. Matt Sells says, I've been waiting 5 days for a payment.
Where are you? What number are you on there?
Paying tomorrow. You need to go to the bottom because you're way behind, so you need to get to the bottom.
I'm on 920. What are you on?
21.
Right.
That's what I said. You need to get to the bottom because it's now 24 minutes past.
Oh.
4 minutes in the chat world is like forever.
No.
So you need to go to
I'll
the
just
bottom,
go to the bottom.
And I'll just keep going through and pick out some of the others.
I'm just seeing if there's anything else.
To be fair, we've only got 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about. YouTube are bringing in something called super thanks, which are a bit like super chats, and some channels have got it already. So what it is, you can basically send a super thank you or whatever on a pre-recorded. So where when you watch a pre-recorded video on YouTube and it's got thumbs up, like, share, and then you might see super thanks, and that will be a function that's coming out where people can send like a super chat but on a pre-recorded. So that's interesting. Well, maybe for us, but not for viewers so much. But if you want to send like a super thanks, maybe you watched a video, you found it educational or entertaining, or you found something out that was super useful, then you can send a super thanks. But it's not on our channel yet for some reason, which is a bit of a downer. It's closed for comments. Right, okay. Yeah, if you want to go and find that post and just go and read through some of the comments.
Peter said all around to Mr. Diggs's charity shops. I know, he does so well.
I know, yeah. You ought to be careful, Mr. Diggs, that everyone doesn't start going shopping in your neck of the woods.
We'll be bumping into all these resellers.
Tea cakes, I don't really care when they pay as long as they do. Yeah, that's it, isn't it, really?
Mr. Diggs says, if you haven't seen the shirt I picked up today that I paid £4, I'm looking for 150 to 300. A Mambo Hawaiian shirt. They go for awesome money. I haven't seen that one.
They do go for good money. I've seen a few people sell those for good money, so you're not gonna lose. You're gonna do really well on that shirt, I'm sure. Probably get at least 100 quid on it.
Weekend holidays in Diggs's. Matt says, let's have a meet up in Diggs's town. Raid his charity shops.
I know.
Right, have you gone through everything you need to go through? Are we back?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. I'm going to look up Bad Cat Coffee Company. That's Santa's Mrs.'s business. I need to go and see what that's all about. If you want to drop a link, Santa, in the chat, if you've got a website or something, or a Facebook page, drop it in now before we finish, and anyone who wants to go and have a look can go and have a look at it. Especially if you are more for international, like in the States, then there's quite a few people in the States watching, so they might want to go and have a look. Kathy says I'm
quite close to Adrian.
I think, Tori, you need to go and have a look. Right, Catan says, let's finish up with this. Catan says 113 people watching. Please hit the thumbs up. Please do, guys, because it does help us, and it don't cost you anything. It don't cost you like a super chat or a super thanks or what else? Any of these other things that cost you money, subscriptions and stuff. All it costs you is
there you go. Tea Cakes has put the link to the coffee in Bad Cat Coffee.
Oh, thank you, Tea Cakes. Yeah.
Kathy says, I bet that has hit me, Catan. I think link dropping are blocked for mods.
Sorry,
can't do the chat.
Santa. I need to review my mods because I haven't looked at them for quite a while. So I need to see if people are still relevant.
You're all going to have to reapply for your job roles.
If you guys have not, if you're a mod and you've not been watching recently, you might not be a mod anymore. Chris, will you be doing a live this week? Yes, for sure. I will definitely be doing a lunchtime live, maybe a come list with me, or maybe 2 lunchtime lives, or maybe 3 lunchtime lives. I don't know. But you'll definitely get a couple more lives this week, so keep your eye out. Make sure you subscribe, because that way you don't miss a live.
Tom and Belle said, sorry for being late. We totally were not watching the new Married at First Sight Australia.
That's shocking. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Do you know, some things I can let slide. That one is not, no, not doing that one.
As soon as we finish on here, I'm going to go and review my mods. So you guys who are mods better be active and good and stuff.
Monkey Thrifter, this will be in the post to you. I hope I'm expecting to see it pride of place in your next video on the wall behind your head.
Tori says, oh my god, not fair. No, Tori, you've been more than active. You can keep your moderation status.
To be fair, blocking some activity of a jolly old elf is a good idea.
Aaron says, I like the lunchtime live. 1-ish, please.
Read the message, Belle.
Someone sent you a message.
What message?
Hi, 2 cakes. I got my bit in just in time.
What message, Kathy?
They probably sent you a message on Facebook or something. Chris, remember I was in charge of chat one afternoon, just saying.
I'm not getting any messages.
I'll use it as a new logo, Monkey Thrifter said. I still need to test my mic with your stream, Chris. All right, okay. Well, maybe you want to come on a lunchtime live or something. Duck race. Santa wants a duck race, but
duck race.
How can we do one now?
We've got nothing to win and nobody to enter it.
Yeah. Peter says the lunchtime lives are good just when I'm having lunch. Yeah.
We'll try and plan one.
Thanks, Peter.
We'll try and plan one for next week.
I tell you what. I wonder if I can think of a way. How can we get people to enter the duck race? Maybe they should make a comment on a video or something, and then those people will get entered into the duck race next week.
Well, we can think of how to get a duck race going in a week's time, but
okay.
not this evening. It's just
anyway. Yeah, we'll do one next week.
Duck race for the glory. So you want a duck race where you don't win anything, where you just win.
Duck race just for the glory.
But we'd be here forever entering everybody that's in the chat. That's the problem.
Tam and Bell says we should do a duck race every week. I tell you what we'll do, right? I think we should do a duck race every week.
Sponsored duck race.
That's a really good idea,
I
Kathy.
think we should sit here dressed as ducks.
This week's duck race sponsored by Santa. Right. I'm committing here and now. We're going to do a duck race every week.
What?
Right? Now, it might be for prizes. It might just be for personal glory.
Okay.
I'm not going to commit to a prize every week. Bloody hell, what do you think I am, made of money? But here's how we're going to enter the duck race.
Or maybe the duck race could just take over Bell's Bell.
Yeah, instead of Bell's
We
Bell.
could do duck race instead of Bell's Bell. There you go.
I think
that could be how they get into it. The duck race. It could be an add-on to Bell's Bell. We could do Bell's Bell to get the entrances to the duck race.
No, you're complicating it now. You're giving me a
Well,
headache.
how else are you getting entrances to the
duck race? Comment on this video when it goes up, this live show.
Okay.
Everyone who comments in the not in the chat box, in the comment section of the video, right down below when this video is finished. I don't think you can comment now, but afterwards, make a comment. You'll get entered into the duck race next week, and it will go like that. Comment on this week's to be entered next week. There you go.
Mr. Diggs is well confused. He's like, duck race. You clearly haven't been here for the weeks we've had. We have a duck race, actual ducks racing, not the real live ones. But
Sponsored.
It's good fun, and people seem to like it. Clearly,
yes.
My commentating.
I've seen those, Steve-O. I've seen them. They look brilliant, don't they? I've seen quite a few on eBay that I've got my eye on. I'm going to collect them all. I'm telling you, I'm going to get them all.
John at Wildlife says 9 p.m. duck race, quack, quack.
Charge £1 for
Monkey
a duck.
Thrifter just remembered I won the last week thanks to Catan, but haven't received the prize. Have you sent his prize?
Yes, I sent it on Friday. They're saying charge £1 for a duck. Maybe we should charge £1 for a duck and make everyone.
No, let's just do it.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Duck race with the mods. Losers have the spanners taken away.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Winner gets a spanner.
Oh, sorry. Pound a duck, winner takes all. They have duck races. It's kind of a thing now. What happens if there's like 50 ducks?
We can have a maximum of 100 ducks, I think.
Oh my god, that'd be like, I'm not commenting on 100 ducks. I am sorry, that is not happening. And it's going to be about 10 seconds long if we have 100 ducks.
Yeah, they look very cool, Steve. Oh, brilliant. Right, anyway, that's it. Right,
go.
So if you want to be, we'll do it like this for this week until we decide if it works or not. If you want to be in next week's duck race, and I'm not guaranteeing there's a prize on it, but it's personal glory. Maybe we keep a league table or something. If you want to be in next week's duck race, make a comment, not in the live chat, in the comment section beneath the video, and you will be entered.
100 would be funny as hell. It would not.
We are all done for this week, guys. I want to thank you all for coming along. Yeah, that's so predictable. So predictable. Thanks again, everyone, and cheers to Flog It and See for the auction win. Really appreciate it. You sent me a message. I'll reply later. We'll get this in the post to
£5
charity donation for that. That's it. Look out for lives later this week, and go and check out the Bad Cat Coffee Company.
Yeah.
We're all done.
Have a good week. Stay safe.
See you later. Happy sales, everyone.
Bye.
Oh,
Are we off?
are we off? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're off.
Oh, does that mean I can go to bed?
Yeah, you want to go to bed?
Oh my god, it's like at least half an hour past my bedtime.
You taking me to bed with you?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Come on, baby. Yes, Cookie, you can come too.